Welcome to the Culer Corner podcast with your host, Jose Gonzalez, and
Hey, how Ali?
with a special guest of,
Ilyas Mahanin.
and I think this is just a very special video to have a special guest in because El Clásico is this Sunday. Now, we need to talk first off of what got us here. We went to Saudi Arabia, Supercopa de España, and thrashed, killed, slaughtered, murdered Atletico Bilbao 5-0. 5 without a response. I just want to know your guys' thoughts on 5 goals against Bilbao.
All right. So, first thing I want to say is my prediction was pretty much almost spot on. I predicted a 4-0 win,
I saw that.
and we got that in the first half, which I think was very, very dominating performance from us in the first half, scoring 4 goals in 16 minutes in the first half. I think we kind of took our foot off the gas a little bit in the second half. There's no need to tire out our players more or go with a high intensity, even though we've already basically finished off the game. So I think it was a very dominating performance. It was very satisfying in order to win a game in this way to get us to the final against Real Madrid, which we all hope that we win that game.
Of course. I agree. I'd say the same thing. We dominated basically the whole entire game. With us winning 4-0 by the end of the first half. And, of course, as Ayham said, we did back off a little bit in the second half. But, it's expected when you're winning 5-0. You want to calm down a little bit, let the players rest up, and get ready for the match on Sunday.
Yeah, and I think we saw this also kind of trying to conserve for the match on Sunday. We had a very stable opening minutes. I wouldn't say any real chances for Bilbao until the 22nd minute. Ferran with the first goal, assisted by Fermin. And the big question is, did Fermin meet to shoot that ball, or was it actually a good pass? And all of this was set up by Rooney Bardghji, which, let me just say before I keep rambling on about this in the episode, great game.
All right, so what I have to say is, I personally think Fermin meant to shoot. That's what I got from the way, his body movement, everything. I think he meant to shoot, but, Ferran did well with the opportunity, and he got a goal off at the end. So, a goal's a goal, can I say?
Yeah, I think he meant to shoot as well, just like the way like his body movement and the way he was, turning his body. I think he meant to shoot that ball, but it was lucky to get to Ferran Torres, and I think he finished it well to give us the lead, which we just built on later on in the game.
Yeah, and then after that, 8 minutes later, Fermin gets his goal. After the assist, it gets crossed in beautifully by Rafa. Let me just say, one of the most beautiful crosses I've seen from him this season. And he just finishes it calm. No way he doesn't score that. And then 4 minutes after that, Rooney Bardghji gets his very well-deserved goal. 3-0. Class dribbling. If you guys saw the game, beats 3 defenders and just takes a shot. And then Unai Simon makes a mistake, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then
I think Rooney Bardi's goal, it just caps off his performance in such a way. He's been a bench player. He's been rarely getting that much minutes. Been just used here and there in a couple games, just like a couple minutes every game. And now he gets this start in the semifinals of Supercopa de España. And the way he performed in this game was absolutely phenomenal. And that goal was just the cherry on top of it. It's a great performance. He got 2 assists to Rafinha, and that goal is just like the cherry on top, like the final piece.
And I just think that speaks on Barca's depth in the squad, being able to have such a good, right winger that's not even starting, which, I say, as Ayham said, basically that one goal summed up his whole entire game, great dribbling, great decision making, great passing, basically everything you need in a player.
yeah, Rooney Bardghji, my personal opinion, had an insane game. Like, he was probably one of the best players if it wasn't for Rafinha, which he scored the fourth goal in the 38th minute. What a finish. Cuts inside the left side of the box, jukes out a defender, smashes it straight up top. No goalkeeper could have saved that except my GOAT, Joan Garcia. Nobody, it's an impossible save. Same corner, but just the amount of power and accuracy. Such a good strike.
Yeah, I think that was just a phenomenal goal by Rafinha. Like the way he took the ball, he went step over in and just blasted it with his left foot. I think it was just a great goal, and it was just the first of many moments in his phenomenal performance. I think for me, he was the man of the match in this game. I think he was our best player in this game. And I think this goal was such a good goal for him, and like to reinstate himself that I'm back, and I from last season I never left. He's been injured for half the season. People have been saying, "Oh, Rafinha hasn't been good enough. He hasn't been as good as last season. Oh, he's a one season wonder." And the moments like these that he brings to the game, it just shows everybody that he didn't go anywhere, and he's still here, and he's still putting in great performances and helping the team.
I mean, like, what can you expect from Rafinha? He always pulls up in big games. What can I say?
Go. Then we went to halftime, 4-0 win. Ayham Ali was happy. Well, Ayham, yeah, I got my prediction right. And then Rafinha in the 52nd minute came and ruined his prediction with another. It was a decent shot. I mean, the ball cut across the entire area. No defender, no attacker got to it, and then he just strikes it top of the net. Good power. Simple finish, but I'm glad that we're finishing and making these shots.
Yeah, I agree. I think like these chances or these moments when like the ball's just in the box and you just need somebody to tap it in, somebody to just finish that opportunity. I think these chances like they happen more often than we think, and we just need somebody that's crucial enough to be able to just put that ball in the net, to be able to just put it away. And that's just what Rafinha did in this game.
Yeah, and the reason we're highlighting and going through every single one of these goals, and this is probably the first time that we talked about every single goal the minute it happened, is because Barcelona scored 4 goals in 16 minutes. Now, that's impressive against the side that finished 4th in La Liga last year. This is not a Mickey Mouse side like, I don't know, a small team like Atletico. It's a 4th team side. So this just shows how dominant we were. I think like Hansi Flick, halftime, you said, all right, you guys go have fun. We made it to the final. Don't drop your guard. Because what happened with Barca in the past is that they've dropped their guard and they conceded 3, and then like it's a completely different game, but it just didn't happen in this game. We had control of the entire match, and I'm pretty sure like he got so bored that he started talking about tung 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 conspiracy theories with his assistant coaches.
I don't know if that part's true, but what I do know happened on the bench is Rafinha, after his performance, after his goals and his assists and his man of the match display that he put on, I heard that he ate Nico Williams after the game, that he ate Nico Williams when he was on the bench, because we didn't see him at all during this game. And Rafinha he wanted to say, "Oh, this is my left wing spot. You didn't want to come here last season. You're not coming here this season either." He just took him and he just ate him. And it just shows he's levels above Nico Williams, and he's levels above any other left winger in the world right now.
Yeah, and then we need to talk about our goalkeeping situation, especially Spain's goalkeeping situation. Unai Simon getting the starting job over Joan Garcia. Get him out. 5 goals conceded. One of them directly, in my opinion, directly his fault. This should not be the person representing Spain in the World Cup. But hey, if that means my goalkeeper won't get injured, I'm completely fine with that.
I mean, yeah, I agree with you. It's kind of disrespectful to Joan Garcia. With the way that he's been playing. And if Spain want to get an even better chance of winning the World Cup, the only logical decision is to start Joan Garcia.
Yeah, I agree. I see no problem with playing Juan Garcia in the World Cup. Maybe for the qualifier games that aren't as important, where you can play rotation, maybe I wouldn't play Juan Garcia in those types of games. But in a game as big as the World Cup, I think we would be able to let him go to the World Cup and like showcase his class and what he can do against all these other great nations.
Yeah. And another thing that kind of was concerning was, other than that Bilbao goalkeeper performance, was Lamine not starting. Now, do you guys think it was because they just want to rest him for the final because, against Bilbao, maybe Hansi Flick took a bet and it worked with Rooney? Or was it because something happened in the locker room? Why do you guys think Lamine didn't start a game that, in my opinion, was pretty much guaranteed to start?
I don't think there's any reason to worry. I think he's just letting him rest, um, conserving him for the final. I mean, I don't see any big reason to worry at all. I mean, he is Lamine Yamal, and there's like a very very big chance he starts against Madrid. If not, well,
Yeah, I think he actually didn't start this game because I don't think he participated in the training sessions in Saudi Arabia. I think he was training individually, and I think because there was like some worry about him, but I think he's fine. Just he didn't train with the team. He didn't train with the group. He was individual, so I think that's the reason why he didn't start in this game. But I think he's fully healthy and he's like ready to go for the final.
Yeah, and like, in my opinion, I think, you know, nothing really much in it. Maybe it was just Hansi Flick telling him, like, don't worry, you got the final. Let him have this. And I think that was a good bet uh uh, by Hansi Flick. Now let's talk about a different attacker. That is in Marcus Rashford, with Fabrizio Romano confirming that Barca have told his camp that we plan on keeping him. Now, it's a $30 million clause, so he's not going to be the cheapest player. But we paid $25 million for Joan Garcia, and we all know how that turned out. Now, I think this is a great move. He's been uh, such a good player the entire season. We can see this when he starts and when he gets subbed on. He just has impact on the game, and when even in his slower games, it's still a good performance. But I don't know if you guys think $30 million is enough for justifying buying Rashford.
I mean, I'd say it's 100% worth it. With Marcus Rashford, especially with the effect he has coming onto the pitch. We've seen these in games like the game against Frankfurt in the UCL. When he gets subbed on and immediately causes an impact in the game, making chances, getting an assist, assisting the Kunde header. And I'd say that, $30 million for Marcus Rashford, with the way that he's been performing, I'd say it's worth it.
Yeah, I agree. I think 30 million euros for Rashford is worth it. I think he's only going to get better and adapt more to the Barcelona team and the Barcelona style of play as the season progresses. And I think 30 million euros is also not that high of a risk in order to pay for a player like Marcus Rashford, which we can use. It's not like 100 million for another left winger. It's just 30 million, and I think we can make that money back very easily as well from our revenue from tickets from the Camp Nou and its capacity increase and stuff like that. So I think this would be like a very good move, and I think he's also very deserving of a permanent transfer.
Yeah, and one thing that I really like about this move is that he's proven it at Barcelona. Like, there's a lot of players who, I'm not sure if he's going to fit in or not. He's proven his worth at Barcelona. But I think now it's time to talk about what everyone's hyped for, what everyone's been waiting for. La final de la Supercopa de España, El Clásico. Now, I have really good memories last year. 5-2. What a match. Just complete domination. And Real Madrid scored first that match. And honestly, I hope they score first this match as well. Because every time that they score first in an El Clasico, we destroy them. We don't beat them, we destroy them. Um, and talking about destroying, Barca are coming off of destroying a insane team. 5-0. 5-0. Like destroying, killing. And Madrid are coming off of scraping by pretty much against Atletico. 2-1, you know, not the greatest performance. I watched that game, not the greatest performance. Now, that is without Mbappe in the squad, but is Mbappe really going to cause that many issues to our back line? And is he going to change the game and change how Madrid play? Because right now it seems like Barca's gonna destroy them. They're the favorites coming into this match, but how will Mbappe going into this game change the flow of Real Madrid? What do you guys think?
Well, I think that, no matter what team you're going against, Mbappe is always a problem. He's an amazing player. Yet, as Hansi Flick said, we're going to see a different Barca, and so far, we've seen exactly that. And honestly, have no worries. It's obviously going to be a Barca win. And with the way that they've been playing, I think it's going to be pretty comfortable.
Yeah, I agree. Ever since Hansi Flick said that we're gonna see different Barca after the Chelsea game, Barca have won every game. They haven't lost a single game. They've gotten 3 points in every single game. They've qualified to the final. They've looked convincing in every game. They haven't once looked like they were gonna lose or drop points. And we coming off of 5 clean sheets in a row with Joan Garcia in net. And I think Mbappe could pose a threat in this game because he's killing Mbappe. He's one of the most dangerous players in the world. We have to be honest. And no matter what team, Mbappe is always going to be dangerous. But I think the way he just rushed in to be able to play in this final without, caution or anything, because apparently he was supposed to be out for this game. He's supposed to be out for 4 or 5 weeks, and all of a sudden he's able to play. I think the way they're rushing him, he's probably not going to start. And if he does start, I think it's going to be, you know, more harmful to Madrid than to us, I think. And but even if he's not going to start this game, then I think Barcelona could capitalize and get an advantage in the first half, which could like change the game and make it easier for Barcelona.
Yeah, there's been like reports of them trying, like, basically Mbappe is saying, "I don't feel ready." Like, like I wanted to take it carefully. Like basically what you're saying, don't rush me in. But Real Madrid, they're saying we need you for this game. Please just play. They're thinking of giving him painkiller injections, which is, I mean, they honestly every time he plays, he scores a hat trick, and we still manage to win. So I'm glad if he starts. But now let's talk about our starting 11s to face this Real Madrid team and to win this Supercopa. Now, my starting 11 starts with none other than Joan Garcia in goal. No, not much needs to be said about him. Give him the Yashin Trophy. Give him my firstborn child. He such a goat. Now, at my right back position, I'm having Jules Koundé, and in my two center backs, I'm having Cucu Cuarci and Eric Garcia. The reason I think it's gonna be Eric Garcia is just because last time that we played Real Madrid, Eric Garcia had a really good performance um against their offense, and I mean I think he's just better suited to start for the El Clasico. And at my left back, I'm having Balde, just because that connection with Rafinha. And then in my midfield, I'm having none other than Pedri, Magician, Iniesta Regen, Xavi Regen, such a good player, and Frankie de Jong. Both of them having a great game again on what was it, Tuesday. And then, I mean, not much needs to be said about that. They're just so class. And then in my right wing, I'm having Lamine Yamal. In my like 7 position, I'm having Fermin. I think he just what a player. These past 2 games, he's had an insane impact on the games. He needs to start. And then at my left wing, I'm having none other than Rafinha. And then at my 9, I'm gonna start Ferran Torres. You know, came off of two goals. Something. I
One,
forgot. I
I
think no
think.
one goal. Um, and then just you have to start him. If a player performs good in the past game, you have to start him. Now,
Yeah.
watch out with that Lamine Yamal, Rooney Bardaji. Rooney Bardaji could get the shout in El Clasico, but I just don't think that's going to happen because Lamine Yamal has a bit more experience. But I think Rooney Bardaji will get a substitution in. What are you guys' 11s?
All right, so my starting 11, of course, Joan Garcia in goal. You know, if I'm falling off a cliff, he'll save me. In right back, I'd have Jules Koundé, of course, and two center backs. I'd have Kubarsi, and then left center back. Although you said Eric Garcia, I'll personally say Gerard Maldini, but you know,
Maldini.
Gerard Maldini, and left back, of course, Balde, and then two, you know, in the midfield, I'd have, as you said, Pedri and Frankie De Jong. You know, the way they've both, you know, been playing this season, you know, it's magnificent, bro. And then after that, I'd have, you know, Fermin Lopez in that kind of like cam position, and then right wing, Lamine Yamal, striker, yeah, I'd have probably Ferran Torres, and then left wing, of course, Rafinha. So only one difference,
Rafinha.
just Gerard Maldini in left center back.
That's surprising. That's
Yeah,
that's that's a good line.
I have the same exact lineup as Jose, Joan Garcia in goal, Balde at left, Kunde at right, and a partnership of Eric Garcia and Kubarsi in the middle. I have Pedri and De Jong as my holding midfielders, with Fermin at the 10, Lamine Yamal on the right, Rafinha on the left, and Ferran as my 9. So I think me and Jose have the same exact lineup coming into this game.
See, that's someone who knows ball right there. You smart.
So you're saying I don't know ball? All right.
Yeah, essentially. And then, Ilias and Ayham, what are you guys' standout players? My standout player for this match, Fermin Lopez. I mean, if he's in that good form, he has to stand out this game. And I think against this anemic Real Madrid team, there's no way he doesn't have a masterclass.
I mean, you took the words right out of my mouth. I was gonna say Fermin Lopez too. You know, with the passion he has, the way that he's been playing lately. I mean, I feel like he's gonna turn up. You know, I just feel like he's gonna be the difference maker in the match.
I take back what I said. You know ball.
Thank you.
Uh, My standout player is this game is going to be Rafinha. I think his past performances have been very, very good. He knows how to play against Real Madrid. We saw it last season. Every time against Real Madrid, he always came. He always performed. He's always scored, multiple goals. He absolutely dismantled them in the final last year. And I think Rafinha in this game is just gonna do what he does best against Real Madrid, and he's gonna just basically just gonna tear through them. And I think it's almost guaranteed that Rafinha gets at least one or two goals this game.
Yeah. I mean, those are pretty much the two players coming into this game that are not a doubt for whether they're going to perform or not. Now, talking about like performance, let's talk about the match performance. And how we think that's going to play out because Barcelona coming into this game are the favorites. And I mean, objectively, there's no way that they're not the favorites. Top of the league, just came off of 5-0 again, 5-0. And then less injuries. Barcelona are the favorites coming into this match. So, what are you guys' score predictions?
I say 3-1 to Barca. That's what my score predictions are, and I personally think Fermin Lopez brace and Rafinha go. That's what I think.
All right. I'm very confident, and I think Barca's gonna comfortably win this game 5-1. I know that's a pretty big scoreline, but I think I'm very confident with the way this team is playing compared to the way Madrid has been playing and the way their defense has been lacking. And I think Rafinha is going to get a hat trick, either 2 or 3 goals for Rafinha. I think Fermin is also going to get something in this game, as well as Ferran Torres and maybe even Lamine Yamal too.
I would honestly, I would normally say that, like, you're crazy 5-1 against Madrid. That's not even the craziest thing. Like, okay, the thing is, for me, we have great memories in this final. 5-2 last year. 5-1's not a crazy shout. Now, before I give this score prediction, I just want everyone listening and to my fellow, guests, that I have a special hatred for this team. There's nothing I hate more in life than Real Madrid. There's wars, there's famine, and then Real Madrid. And I think being a fan of Real Madrid should be canceled in all religions. It should be banned in all countries. All laws should exclude Real Madrid from their legality. Now, my score prediction for this game, I think it will be 4-1 to Barcelona in the most devastating and just horrific way possible. I just hope they score first, they get all that hype, and then Hansi Flick happens and 4 goals in like 3 minutes. I just want to see Real Madrid suffer this game. And first title 2026 is coming on Sunday the 11th, and it's coming home to Barcelona.
That's one of the score lines that I was thinking. I was thinking of a 4-1 score line, but I stuck with my gut. A couple days ago, after the Madrid game, my Madrid friend texted me talking about, oh, we're ready for the final, etc., etc. And I said how I'm so confident in this team, and I immediately put out a 5-1 prediction for this game. So I just stuck with my gut there, but 4-1 is also a very good prediction.
Hey,
Yeah.
and no matter what the score is, 3-1, 4-1, 5-1, 6-1. I mean, Barca's winning. That's all I can say.
If I had life savings, I would bet it all that we will win this Sunday. All right. Thank you guys for watching. It's been a great episode. We'll come back after El Clásico to give us our match review, and we will be champions of the Supercopa. Thank you guys for listening, and make sure to tune in next episode.